United States and Iran have warned each other that they were prepared for war as the clock ticks on a ceasefire. The White House said that Vice President J.D. Vance was ready to fly back to the Pakistani capital for a second round of talks on ending the war. But Iran's government declined to confirm that it would participate and accused the U.S. of violating the truce through the seizure of a ship in the Strait of Hormuz just yesterday and its blockade of Iranian ports. Donald Trump has said that his country will not lift its blockade on Iranian ports until a deal has been reached with Iran. In a Truth Social post, Trump said he is under no pressure to make a deal, dismissing reports suggesting otherwise. However, he added that an agreement would be reached relatively quickly and that the new deal would be better than the old one. Now, when he says the new deal is going to be better than the old one, what was the old deal? He was referring to the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, the JCPOA, which was a deal achieved with Iran in 2015. It was a pact which curbed Iran's uranium enrichment program in exchange for release of sanctions. However, the US, during Trump's first term in office in 2018, withdrew from the JCPOA. Trump told Bloomberg News that it was highly unlikely that he would extend the two-week truce, which is scheduled to end hours from now. The US president told the New York Post that he's willing to meet with Iranian leaders himself if a breakthrough is reached. He separately told PBS News that if the ceasefire expires, then lots of bombs will start going off. Now, then there is the Iranian response to this. Iran has cleared that it would not accept negotiations under the shadow of threats. The country's parliament speaker, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, threatened that they have been preparing to show new cards on the battlefield if war resumes. Since the start of this war on the 28th of February, a number of new sticking points have emerged which never existed before. Case in point here, of course, is the Strait of Hormuz, alongside old challenges which continue to exist without any resolution being achieved. And that includes Iran's nuclear program and its stockpile of enriched uranium. Iran's foreign minister on social media said, "We do not need our rights to be acknowledged or accepted. Our rights already exist. We want our rights to be respected." Russia has called for the Iran-US ceasefire to be extended beyond its expiry on Wednesday and stressed diplomatic efforts to resolve the war should it continue. And this is following a call between the Russian and Iranian foreign ministers. There's more on this from my colleague Susan, who sends us this report from New York.
Mixed messaging from the United States and Iran as the ceasefire ends Wednesday evening, Washington time, and President Trump calling an extension, quote unquote, highly unlikely if no deal is reached. Despite that, J.D. Vance and other top U.S. officials are expected to depart on Tuesday for Islamabad for a potential second round of talks with Iran. Iran is publicly, at least, pushing back. The ministry says that the U.S. violated the ceasefire from the start by imposing the naval blockade and sees no clear prospect for productive negotiations right now. However, reports say that the Iranians will likely also show up in Islamabad as the clock ticks for Wednesday evening when that ceasefire runs out. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.